to be worthy.
Guess what, motherfucker?
It's morphin' time!
Acknowledge me.
Give your balls a tug.
I'm delighted about it.
Surprise, surprise, motherfucker!
Easy peasy lemon squeezy.
You are now listening to Unworthy AF. Here is your host, the bastard, Unworthy Collector.
Right. Howdy. How's your mammy and them? It is time, ladies and gentlemen, for another episode of Unworthy AF Action Figure Photography Show. I am your esteemed host, the Unworthy Collector. You can find me on Instagram at Unworthy Collector. You can also find me at the_UC_collabs, where we do a bunch of kick-ass collabs. That's home of the Masters class. And tonight, we are going to be talking about everything that you might have missed from the month of February. We're going to be talking about the month of March. We're going to be talking about Toy Addicts Black and Wednesdays. We are going to be talking about the Toy Daddies. We're going to be talking about how much we loved getting lucky in the month of March with the Luck of the Draw 2 contest. And for anybody who may be unfamiliar, we're going to cross that bridge when we get there. We're going to be talking about the Luck of the Draw, what it is, and how it all started. And we're going to be talking about the winner, and we are going to be talking to the winner. With any luck, we're going to be talking to the winner. So first of all, go over to Instagram, get yourself a non-artistic shirt. Also, go over to Nerd Up Now and get yourself one of these awesome Power Ranger hats. But we're going to be talking about some action figure photography tonight, and try to get this out of the way as quick as possible so I can get our guest in here. I want to talk about the shows that you could watch. You know, as always, go over to my Instagram page and check out the link in my bio. Check out my link tree, and you can catch all of the awesome shows that I talk about here, including Toy Talk every Monday, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, with No Chewing, Toy Father, Cox Create, and the Rowdy Brother, Toy Addict 17. And you can also check out the Toy Daddies with No Chewing and Toy Father. That's every Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the Toy Pick community page. You can also check out 88 Figs, who had the Toy Daddies on this last week. That's Toy Tings over Flavored Trash on YouTube. You can also check out State of the Art with Unboxing Art and Cox Create on YouTube. That's every Wednesdays at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can check out the Pick Bar every Wednesday, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This week's guest host is Jedi Jack and Realm of Toys. That's this Wednesday, which is tomorrow as I'm recording this, March 22nd. And that's on YouTube. They also have Friday Night Features every Friday on YouTube on the Pick Bar channel, and that's at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Go over there to Lazy Boys and check out their page on YouTube. That's every 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This week, they got the homie Vico San coming on there. Vico San 26. Be sure to check him out. Skeleton. You go check out Skelly on Instagram. Skeleton's Tomb every Tuesday on Instagram live. There's also a new show coming up with our good homie Cushy Mama. That's the collector sector. And she has tonight, as I'm recording this, I think she's got Raven's Eye Studio 21 on the show. And she is also going to be having Toy Addict 17. And I believe maybe myself at some point. She did send me a date, but I don't have that date in front of me. So I don't know what date that's going to be, but stay tuned for that. Also, be sure to go over to hoodcastaf.com. Hit the link in the bio to see the Patreon, where you can get this show, Unworthy AF Action Figure Photography Show, for free once a month. And you can also pay $3 a month and get the Patreon exclusives. You get all of the episodes of Unworthy AF. You get all of the episodes of Hoodcast AF. You get them a week early. You also get Behind the Bar. You get Bitchin' with Bingo, Tex AF, So Says the Fallen, Slime Wreck Radio, all of that happy horse shit for $3 a month. And you can also go over to the Hoodcast AF website, click the link in the bio for the Hoodcast AF website, and buy you some merch. You can get an Unworthy AF t-shirt. I'm still waiting on mine, but you can get one there, so I'm told. Also, while we're at it, Hoodcast AF is doing the No Holds Barred contest this coming month, leading up to the road to WrestleMania. So be sure to check out the Hoodcast AF Patreon, and be sure to check out the Hoodcast AF Instagram page and get all the details on that. There's going to be all kinds of themes. You can also check out leave a voice message. That's what I was forgetting. Hello. Leave a voice message for the Hoodcast AF guys. And I think that's it. I think I got them all. Also, while you're there, though, check that, hit that link in the bio. Be sure to check out, I have a list on there from Amazon. I'm not above getting free things. You want to buy me some toys? I'll take pictures of these toys. They're going to be awesome. But tonight on the show, we are going to be talking about the month of March, and we're going to be talking about the Luck of the Draw 2 contest. And we had a winner, and the winner had an amazing shot. And I am very glad to have the winner joining me tonight to talk about all of the shots from Luck of the Draw 2 and talk about his shot, talk about how he's feeling about the community, and we're going to talk about his prizes, and we're also going to talk about maybe what he does to keep his beard so crisp and clean and fresh looking. So without any further ado, I see he's in the green room here. I'm going to bring him in. It is none other than the good brother, Collectiblesnat. Matt,
yo, what up, man? What's going on,
how
brother?
are we doing tonight, brother?
I'm doing swell, man. Doing swell. Can't
I am
complain
so
after.
glad. Sorry, go ahead.
As I say, can't complain after a long work day, but you know.
Yeah, well, it's a thing that I don't think our parents warned us fully enough about, growing up and becoming adults and having to go work all day.
Nah, I see. I kind of lucked out, but didn't, because my dad was like, my sophomore year, you're gonna come work this summer with me, and then every summer until I graduated. And guess where I'm working now? At that same place to this day. Still
Well, it
to
must
this
be a good
freaking
gig
day.
then.
Could be worse. Could be worse. Can't
It
complain.
always could be worse. I watched Dirty Jobs. I watched the first couple seasons of that, and that's what reaffirms that it could always be worse.
Oh yeah, no doubt. I'm not mucking around in the grime, so to speak,
Yes.
so it's not too bad.
Yeah, I mean, and you could always be a plumber. That's not
Uh,
fun.
what's funny is we actually make the stuff for plumbers.
Yes,
That's what we do at the warehouse I work at. So it's funny, we make all the equipment for, all that stuff. Anything that if your drain's ever been clogged, I'm pretty sure we probably made that machine that helped that plumber.
Luckily, you don't have to actually go out in the field and unclog
That
those.
yeah. Every once in a while, you get something that comes in that's slightly used, and you got to deal with it. But that's what gloves are for.
Yeah. You want to know how you could tell that plumbers are some of the toughest guys and some of the nastiest guys is you see some of these guys that do the plumbing and they fixing toilets and stuff. They don't ever wear gloves and they're always eating something. That's not cool. It's not cool.
Got an open bag of chips next to him in the truck. Like it's like I hope you got gloves on. He's like yeah, just snacking on.
Yeah, absolutely. I have to deal with quite a bit of plumbing, but mostly it's like sinks and counter drains and stuff like that. Not really, knock on wood, I don't have to do too much with toilets, thank God.
Yeah, nothing too bad.
But I mean, if anybody tells you that the hand wash sinks and the like the counter drains at coffee shops aren't gross, they're wrong. They're pretty gross too.
No, I've worked in plenty of restaurants where those bathrooms were pretty filthy.
Yeah, it's never good. So anyways, I was just doing the introductions, talking about all of the awesome stuff that we got going on here in the community, but the main focus tonight is we're going to get lucky with Collectiblesnat.
Damn right, man.
We want to
I'm
talk
ready to
about
get
the luck
lucky.
of the draw. We want to talk about
Yeah, I
talk about
mean,
everything from the month of March that might come up, but mostly we want to talk about the luck of the draw and your landslide victory this year and the luck of the draw too.
yeah, that was very unexpected because I saw so much awesome stuff, you know, and then like trying to top what I did last year. That was my main goal. Was like not to just like crush it. I just wanted to outdo myself from last year because I've advanced so much within that time that I'm like so happy with my results, and I hope that everyone else is like enjoying what the my creativity is putting out there.
Yeah, and I don't want you to sell yourself short because last year your submission was off the charts too. I'm gonna show that one off as well. But as far as your growth, you have been your creativity has definitely grown, but your skills have always been second to none in this community with the way that you not only the vision that you have for your shots, but the way that you have evolved with how you present them. And I got to tell you, hands down, you're one of my most favorite artists when it comes to portrait shots lately, which isn't one of the things that you originally used to do quite a bit.
No, you know what? I just started putzing with them too recently. Like I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna change the angle of that camera. Why not? It's just so all it is a little dial, and I've never done it. See a lot of awesome shots with that big portrait, and I'm like, you know what? I think I'll start tackling another one. I'm working on editing a one for tonight, same style.
Awesome.
So I
That's
can't wait
awesome.
for people to see that one.
And anybody who is unfamiliar with your page, I'm hoping that they check you out. It's Collectiblesnat. But anybody who is familiar with your page, they are well aware that you are well versed in the Power Ranger community and the Power Ranger action figure photography community. How are you feeling about the state of Hasbro's Power Ranger line these days?
I really like the pinless stuff that's going to be coming out here soon. I hate buying duplicates of things, but seeing another Blue Ranger and another awesome looking Trini, it's like, and they're pinless. It's, I'm going to, and as a fan collector, I'm going to end up spending that money. I know I will. And everything looks good so far. I mean, even like that Centaurian, the whole last line looks decent, I'm pretty pumped with what they're doing. They would just need some key figures soon or one day eventually.
That's the thing that I think a lot of the collector community, but I think that's in every line across the board right now, is everybody has their punch list of who they want to see. I know that this year a couple fan favorites are finally getting released with like Tommy Oliver's Black Dino Thunder Ranger.
Definitely.
I think we're going to start seeing some Power Ranger Turbo. Is there any big Power Ranger names that you're waiting to see come out?
Definitely Turbo, because that's probably like from my youth. That's the last one I was kind of savvy on, I would say, because I kind of fell out after that a bit. So yeah, like I didn't watch Dino Thunder, but to collect all the Tommy figures, it's kind of got to be a must. I feel like it's such a badass looking figure, So definitely, I got to get that one. But yeah, I'm hoping for more Turbo, and that Blue Centaurian is kind of confirmation that, hopefully we will start getting them within, yeah.
So on a scale of 1 to 10, how badly do you want a blue Turbo Ranger in tiny form and in mega?
Yeah, I don't know how they would do that figure. They would have to kind of do a 2-pack. If you're going to have him headless, or not headless, but, helmetless, yeah, he's got to be little. That wouldn't make any sense otherwise, So I actually just started rewatching Turbo. I finished Zeo not too long ago. I have to watch the Turbo movie because I totally forgot that there was a Turbo movie.
Yeah.
I'm like, it blew my mind, and all this. It was an overwhelm of nostalgia. I was like, oh fuck! Now I remember, and I have to rewatch that movie now. But yeah, that's I think the only way they could do Little Justin is it'd have to be like a 2-pack, like how the Centaurian was in a big box, and the Silver in space. Like it'll have to be like that. I feel like.
I was thinking of a clever workaround, and I think if Hasbro could work with Mattel a little bit, if they got, if they got the Dominic Mysterio little kid
Oh
build a
God.
figure parts and put that in civilian clothes with the morphed a morph that the head doesn't come off, because people are going to put that civilian head on that big old body, and it's not going to look right.
No, yeah, it wouldn't look well.
But I think if they put that little tiny Mysterio body with a Justin head sculpt in, just like you said, in a bigger package with the morph Turbo Blue Ranger, I think it could work.
Yeah, I feel like it could work. The main characters I'm wanting is Bulk and Skull, and I feel like I've heard those two names more than enough that I hope Hasbro's listening to the fans on that, because why would you not make they've been in almost not every season, but
damn near
majority of them, damn near, yeah.
Now I was just talking about this with the Hoodcast AF guys on their show. Now, are you looking for civilian Bulk and Skull, or do you want the crazy morphed versions that we've never actually seen in continuity? Or do you want both?
I would be happy. Both would be cool, but I'd be happy with just civilian, just to be able to put them in shots with like monsters and like like when they're like early on in the seasons of Mighty Morphin, like trying to like figure out who the Rangers are. Should be like hiding behind bushes and stuff. Like we're gonna get them,
flirting with Kim.
Yeah. So
Skull's always flirting with Kim.
I did see the morphed versions, and I kind of thought they were in a comic, but I haven't read all the comics,
So I don't think that they've been on a couple like variant covers in the comics. I'm not completely caught up with the comics lately, so maybe it's changed. But I know that they had like during the Shattered Grid comic book arc, they kind of had variant covers that had like all of the Black Rangers, all of the White Rangers, and they did like a purple one, and the Bulk figure with the Warthog, the morphed Warthog Bulk was on that cover. And then I can't remember what the orange one was, but the Skull was like the Orange Ranger with, I think it was like some sort of big bird helmet. I don't think that they've ever, I could be wrong, but I don't think they've ever actually been morphed in the comics.
Okay.
Except there is that one show too. It's not a comic, it's the podcast or whatever that they do, like Hyperforce. I think they did something with that, with those guys morphed, but I think that if they did like a civilians only, I think they just a 2-pack of the civilians, and I mean maybe even a couple head sculpts to carry them on through like the centuries that we watched, because they were in just about every season.
Oh, so, yeah, no
maybe
doubt.
a couple different head sculpts, but Bulk's always got to be bald. He was always bald. So
yeah,
I mean he's been bald since he was 19, so you shouldn't be giving him hair.
No. Yeah, such a staple duo. They definitely need some respect in that line, I would say.
And I think all the way right up to like Samurai, I remember seeing Bulk was in, and then I remember seeing like there was a Skull-esque character with Bulk. It was like Bulk's nephew or something, or Skull's nephew.
He got like a slight recast at one point. I do remember seeing stuff from that.
But I mean, Hasbro's also been doing 3-packs recently, like with the X-Men line, and they also did like the Bullseye Hawk, or Bullseye, Daredevil, and Elektra. Like they should do a 3-pack that's got Bulk, Skull, and then like Professor Phenomenus. Like that would be another good civilian to add to the bunch.
Or who was the Sergeant Stone? You remember the cop when Bulk and Skull become junior ranger, junior police officers, and then detectives. They become full blown like detectives at one point, and I thought that was funny. They had to like just take a test, and to go through no other training than just taking a test.
If they're gonna do fantasy casting like that, then it should be a 4-pack with Bulk, Skull, Sergeant Stone and Rito Revolto, because that's about the same
Oh,
time he was introduced. Because him and
that's probably another
Rito and
figure I really
Goldar
want.
were following around with Bulk and Skull like that whole season.
Yeah, they had like amnesia for a while until they finally like found out and
Yeah.
remembered. They were like, "Oh, we ain't working." They were like basically like almost like, servants at one point. They were just cleaning cars and doing whatever Bulk and Skull wanted. Yeah, but Rito would be an awesome figure. I really want Rito in that line. I think he needs to be in there too. He's just cool looking. He's always been so cool looking, like so
I
action
love
figure esque.
the down the middle. It's camouflage on one side, white on skeleton on the other side. That was always
Yeah,
pretty cool to me. I like
he
that.
was such a cool design. I remember having the figure back in the day. Wish I still had those.
So, is there any of the figures that they made back in the day, other than like Turbo and some of the more obscure figures, that you wish they would kind of revisit and do? I mean, obviously they, like we just said, they've skipped over some teams, but there was also a lot of villains that they did back in the day that they have just not really focused on.
I mean, we got a lot of mighty. I mean, we almost got all Mighty Morphin monsters. They haven't really put out. I mean, what, a couple in space monsters? What's that? That big like grid looking guy, that red one, and there's the black and
Yeah,
he's like the green lines.
Ecliptor.
Ecliptor. Yeah, I couldn't remember the name, but so I mean, other than that, we got a lot more Mighty Morphin monsters. So maybe start making other Ranger line. I mean, we got like the putty type creatures, like the drone type soldiers.
Yeah.
Is what they put out what's the last one? They
From
announced
Wild
that
Force.
Wild Force. That's
Yeah. I can't think
remember
what
those
the hell
guys.
they're called. I didn't watch any of Wild Force except for the Forever Red episode.
Okay.
I'm a
Yeah,
little
and I
bit.
know they
I
just
guess I'm a
announced
little bit of a
another one
poser
too.
because I just bought the Lunar Wolf, but I've never actually seen him in an episode.
I mean, really cool figure. Otherwise, I mean, he's super cool
definitely.
looking, especially for photography. He could get a lot of shots out of him. He's cool.
Yeah, I love the addition of the claw fingers on that dude. He's a pretty cool figure.
Yeah, definitely.
So, how about I know you're also getting into the GI Joe line, pretty big, and you're also getting into the wrestling figures lately. A little bit. You're dipping your toes
Yeah,
in.
dabble. I kind of wanted to just go retro, so like the Razor Ramon era, So I want to try to get Diesel one day, and so I picked up a Bret Hart. I got that Shawn Michaels. So yeah, kind of just those retro-y type. Like I said, I got the 3-pack with the Undertaker, and
Yeah, that's.
I never had that old figure back in the day. The one with the clothesline.
Yeah.
The old Hasbro. I never had those, I had those figures, but I never had an Undertaker. So picking that up was like, okay, he's a must, and so maybe a couple wrestling guys here and there, but I won't get like any of the newer ones probably.
No, I
Except
was
for
gonna
Darby
say
and
you really.
Sting.
I was gonna say you really kind of got to get that Kenny Omega with the floral jacket. That figure is one. I think that's going up way high on my list this year for figures of the year. There's so much versatility
Cool.
out of that funky face that he's got.
Oh yeah. He kind of feels like the Hood.
Yes.
With just like the amount of stuff you could get him to be doing.
Yes. I did a couple collabs with Man Beast with him, just Kenny Omega doing regular human being shit. Like he was Man Beast did this one shot. I still crack up every time I see it. Is him walking his dog, and Cody Rhodes stepped in dog shit, and but Kenny Omega's behind him just laughing his ass off. It's one of my favorite pictures of the year.
That was a good one.
And speaking of favorite pictures, I want to bring this up here so that we can start looking at some of these luck of the draw. See if I can do this without messing my stuff up. Some of these luck of the draw. Oh my goodness. Some of these luck of the draw contest photos. So anybody who might be unfamiliar with luck of the draw, and I know this is a audio format on Patreon, but this is a video format on YouTube if you're watching it. So anybody who may be unfamiliar, Luck of the Draw started last year. It was my first year doing it, and I had 14 people that I invited to do it. And Matt, Collectiblesnat, he was one of the gentlemen that participated last year. And how did you feel this year with the format of it versus last year, being as it was a little bit more of a grander scope this
I really like the randomness of it with the deck of cards and like just that luck of that draw, because I don't know if you did you pull them from cards last year?
I did.
You
I
did?
think only like 3 people watched that live stream where I did
Okay.
it.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, I did. And so last year there was 14 people that I drew for, but I had to actually go out and invite everybody. Like I had to, because I had like maybe 170 followers when I did it last year.
Yeah, just
So I had to like go out and reach out to everybody. And there was a lot of people I think that just kind of yes manned me. Like they were like, sure. So like I planned on having them be a part of it, and I drew for them. And then, you know, I was just some little tiny pissant account. Like they were like, whatever. But there was also a lot of good dudes like you and Clintastic 4, Catalyst Hobbies, and like Crunchy Cheetos last year won. Like you guys were all bigger, popular accounts that were like, oh, sure, we'll humor you. So this year it
yeah.
was a little bit odd for me, an odd feeling that I was like, I had to, um, how am I trying to say this? I had to kind of plan to accommodate more people than I was comfortable with having because I knew that it was going to be tough for the judges to be able to keep track of everything, and it was kind of a nightmare. But I'm happy with how it all went down this year. Um, it was a lot of fun. I think next year is going to be a lot of fun as well. And how did you feel about your theme this year versus your theme last year?
I thought I had a hard one last year, but beginner's luck I was kind of giving me a little issue having mental, block on that. Last year was easy because went out to a hobby shop, a local collectible store, and I found a Daredevil, and was like, boom, I needed a devil figure when I was out there. That's kind of what I was going for. It was like Luck of the Devil, I think was
Yeah,
my last year.
yeah,
So yeah, and then going into this one, I just knew I had a barrage of figures to work with because even last year for this, I was still just starting off with collecting again. I had been a collector my whole life, but kind of stopped with the figures for a while, and then a couple lines drew me back in. So yeah, this year I was super confident with my. Once I got some help, I was like, okay, I got it. I got some hints from the boys,
yeah.
in the Tuscan group, and yeah, so I was a little bit more confident after that one.
And I think so. This was St. Patrick's Day when the contest closed, and I announced the winner. So I was kind of pretty much into the Guinness when I had got on the live stream to announce. Like I had already hit you up and been like, "Hey, you won! Can I announce that you're going to be on the show?" And then I think I went on the live for like over an hour, and I don't remember a damn thing I said other than other, other than how happy I was with you winning.
Oh
I
yeah.
went through some of the shots and was talking about how great of a time this was. But I don't know if I mentioned this on the live, but um, as I was, because I was not a judge this year. The only way I was judging was if I was, if it was necessary for me to judge as a tiebreaker, like if more than one person or if more than one judge had the same choices. So I was only acting as judge in that capacity, but I was in the chat with the judges, and I remember them, your name coming up on almost every single one of the judges, like immediately. And I remember thinking back to myself, like, damn, I feel like I'm kind of privileged because I kind of have a little bit of backstory here that Matt Matt wasn't real sure what he was going to do at first, and like he was reaching out to everybody, and that shows like or not reaching out to everybody, reaching out to Tuscan chat, and like that kind of shows the community spirit that was behind this. Like people who were in the competition as well, you know, we were all chatting, and people who were in the competition as well were giving you pointers. How did that feel?
That's just like this community in a nutshell. You know, we're just so willing to help each other. Like, if anyone ever asks me a question about a shot, I'm more than willing, you know, to help. Like, even in competition form, you know, like if it's, you know, it's like, oh, you know, we're fighting for the number one spot, and I just kind of wanted to go into it, just chill, like my day to day. You know, I
Yeah.
kind of just fly by the seat of my pants. But
Well,
yeah, dude,
right
this
by the
community
seat of
is
your
so
pants
good
is a
like
pretty
that.
good spot to fly.
Oh yeah.
You fly pretty well by the seat of your pants. If
I think
that's
I've
what
done
you're
some of
saying.
my better shots like that. Just no idea what to do, and just go in and then, you know, come up with something. At least I like. You know, I hope everyone else does too.
Well, I can say that it was pretty cool to be sitting in the group chat there with the judges, like I said, and having that little bit of knowledge in my back pocket. Like, man, this is awesome that he's getting, you know, brought up right away, because, like I said, you know, I knew that you kind of had that little like, I don't know what I'm gonna do, and kind of waited on it a little bit. So it was kind of cool to see. I guess like doing these what I'm trying to say is doing these kind of competitions and doing these kind of collabs and stuff like that. Like I get more enjoyment out of like being able to see stuff behind the scenes rather than seeing what's, you know, actually going on Instagram. And this was the best personification of it in my mind, because I liked I liked being able to see that there was a little bit of I don't want to say that you were unconfident, or is that the right way to say that? Unconfident? I don't want to say that
Yeah,
you were unconfident, or like, but I could definitely tell that you were a little bit unsure of what you were going to do. But then you did it, and boom, like right off, top of the pile, top of the pile, top of the pile, you know? So it was kind of cool for me to be behind the scenes seeing all that.
heck yeah, it's definitely appreciated. You know, to have people like, you know, talking about what I'm doing, because, you know, I didn't really even start off with figure photography. It was more just a branch for my YouTube, and even then I was like struggling with that, wanting to keep doing it and stuff. And falling into this community, I just fell in love with like what everyone was doing, and just like the camaraderie, like just the
Yes.
togetherness of this community. So I just kept on going, you know, and I
Yeah,
love
I
this. I absolutely love it.
the community is definitely it's a place to be. Like it's the people behind the scenes, the people in the group chats, the collab groups, people that run the hashtag sessions. Uh, 9 times out of 10, they're going to be real cool, supportive fellas and ladies, and you know, it's kind of a blessing to be able to work amongst that community and see certain pages and certain groups just constantly putting their efforts into promoting artists rather than themselves. And I'm glad to be a part of this community. There's a lot of good guys out there. I talked about some of them in the beginning of the show, like Toy Talk and Pick Bar, Lazy Boys, all those guys. So I'm going to say it again. Check the link in my bio on my Instagram to be sure to check out all of those shows. Toy Daddies, Toy Talks, Unboxing Art, Toy Tings with 88 Figs, all of those guys. And while you're at it, be sure to be following Collectiblesnat. And with that being said, let's get into some of these luck of the draw shots. And let's talk about some of these as we scroll through, as we work our way down to the winning shot. This here is a shot from Philip the Fool. His luck of the draw contest theme was happy go lucky. And I tell you what, for somebody that's standing over a crocodilian here with a
He's pretty
bomb,
happy.
he is pretty happy go lucky. And I love the way that he's got the finger pointed out, like, hold on, watch this. I think that was the nice little touch on top of the tasty little treat that we got here for this happy go lucky submission.
Yeah, definitely. I love the colors of this, and yeah, Philip the Fool. He always has like really like fun, energetic shots. Is that who that is? I can't even. I'm on my phone, so it's real small.
Yep. No,
Okay.
this is
Okay.
Philip.
Yeah.
Well, yep.
Yeah. Yeah. His use, especially his. Those are those mezcos, right?
Yeah.
I don't want to piss
Yeah,
off any mezco fans, but yeah, his use of those
I don't know what
figures.
they're called though, but I know it's a mezco.
Yeah. Yeah. I love those figures. Like, just so much like fun stuff going on in this shot. I love it.
Yeah, and I think Happy Go Lucky was kind of a perfect theme for Philip the Fool because he is almost genuinely, or he is almost 100% of the time genuinely happy go lucky anytime you talk to him, anytime that you deal with him. And he's actually doing a lot of cool things right now with Man Beast 210 with the Jam Session collabs. So be
I
sure to
love
check him
those.
out.
Those are cool.
And
Yeah, I
also,
really dig
he
those.
gave out a honorary mention or a mention here that the Dio that this shot is set up is by 112 Wonders. He's another great artist, masterclass alumni for the phone
Hmm.
photography, all the
Yeah,
way
his
from
Dios
jolly
are
old
really good.
England. And
Over
we
the
also
pond.
got Tony Toy Box open today, and this is another one that got a lot of reactions in the judge chat with this Sentinel taking the money, playing 3-card Monty down here.
Yeah,
I
this
love
is
the
super
originality.
creative,
I think
especially
that
because
was
how
one of the
big he is too. Like he just
yeah,
scales to. It's like he's really
yeah, he's
playing. I
almost
love it.
as big as Tony Toy Box by the way that the
Yeah,
scale of the hand here. I
yeah. The
think
way
is
he did that.
one of the most important things that I kept saying to the judges, which I mean, I didn't have to keep reminding them of, but like one of the things that I wanted to make sure that they were thinking about was, they were given a theme, so make sure that when you're thinking about how they did their pictures, that they stuck to their theme in the most original, creative way. Keep that in mind as you're going through. And this one, uh, I gotta say, it's hilariously creative with the Sentinel taking the money from the 3-card Monty here. And up
Yeah, I
next,
love
we
that
got
use of him.
Clankatron. This is another great shot. This is another one that focused more on the details of what was going on, or focused on the details of the theme rather than the shot overall. Because you see, his theme was lucky number 7, and if you look in here, this another one of these Mezco figures, Vapor. He's got the lucky number 7, and one of the judges said it best. It's like he knew that 7 was going to hit, and that's why that middle finger's out there.
Yep.
Another great shot here. Very happy to have Clankatron join in. And the little Easter eggs here on the side of the prizes, I think that's like a Harry Potter thing, the golden snitch there.
Yeah, it looks like the golden snitch. Yeah.
And then I thought this was the other gem thing here in the winning tray. I thought that was at first I thought it was a Power Ranger morpher from the Megaforce, but it's actually I think that's a Dungeons and Dragon thing. Am I correct, or I might be wrong? I'm not a Dungeons and Dragons guy.
No, that's nothing from a Dungeons figure, so I'm not too sure what that is, but he's trying to win all the shinies in that shot. I definitely love this.
Yeah. Very creative from Clankatron.
Definitely.
Then we had Wholesome Toy Family. His theme was shoot. Oh yeah, Luck of the Irish. Duh, right there in front of me.
Luck
Luck
of
of
the
the Irish. Deadpool. And
I love a good
what I think
Deadpool
I love
shot.
the most is that these little GI Joe soldier characters in the back, they all kind of look like miniature Conor McGregors.
They do, yeah. They all have that same face.
They got the
It's like,
beard, the army militia type apparel on, but they look like Conor McGregor, like he's just pissed off, and it fits because being an Irish guy, Conor McGregor would probably be mad that Deadpool is taking a dump on on the Luck of the Irish treasure.
all over the gold. Yeah,
Another
anything
great
Deadpool,
shot.
man, they're usually good.
Yes, yes, absolutely. And so shout out to wholesome underscore toy underscore family. Be sure to check that page out. And we got figpix underscore with get lucky. And I'm not sure what this figure is, but I know that the one here on the side is one of the Power Ranger villains, which makes me think this is like I think this is like a Kamen Rider esque figure.
Or Super Sentai. I think it's, yeah, he's definitely Kamen Rider now I'm looking at him.
But this is also a great take on getting lucky because it looks as though this figure is getting lucky by getting away with all the goodies here. So another great shot from figpix underscore. Be sure to check that page out.
Yeah, that's definitely a good one.
Then we got the homie Green Geek 88
Yeah.
with a streak of luck. And if you had these two ladies in your bed, you would be agreeing that it's a pretty good streak of luck.
Yeah, he's saying he's having a pretty good run of it.
And with this, look at the smile on his face. I mean, it says it all.
That Hercules, I love putting him in anything like, happy go lucky and stuff. Like, I think I did a shot with him, Deadpool, and Stan Lee, and they're just drinking and having fun. He's just having a good time, man.
And
He
the
just looks
little
like a happy
touch
guy.
he's got the gold gauntlets off to the side on his dresser. He's got the back brace deal on.
Yeah, I didn't even know you could get that back brace off. I was amazed that he got that off. I'm wondering how he did that.
So I don't have this
behind the scenes.
Hercules, but I have the one that came in, like, I think it was the Thor Ragnarok wave, or I can't remember which one the wave was, but the one that's a little bit more of the newer style Hercules.
Yeah.
And also I want to say the little Easter egg down here on the end, it looks like he's got Mjolnir sitting off to the side of the bed, which is a great little detail because you're really getting lucky if you got Mjolnir and the ladies.
Oh yeah.
So shout out to Green Geek 88, amazing shot. And I honestly, I didn't give him enough credit for last year for being one of the judges, and he was so excited to be participating rather than being judging this year. So shout out to Green Geek and all the fellows from the Pick Bar.
Heck yeah.
And we got Raven's Eye Studio 21, also with the theme Happy Go Lucky. And tell me that there is somebody on the planet that is happier than Deadpool in this shot.
There's so much going on, and that man is loving every second of it. This is every bit of this is up that man's alley. So Deadpool-esque.
The fact that he's got him in mid scene and skip or mid skip in the scene, and I'm not gonna lie, the first time I seen this picture with Spider-Man on the side there, I know now that he's holding a Stretch Armstrong. That is not what I thought he was holding.
now that I get a closer look, I'm like, oh yeah, that's awesome.
I thought he was holding a blow-up doll. And then I was thinking to myself, like, that's an odd choice that Spider-Man would be holding a male blow-up doll. So I mean, I kept zooming in, and I was like, oh, okay.
In a wild Deadpool shot, I mean, it would make sense.
Especially if this is Deadpool's fantasy, I guess, yeah. And it looks like at first I thought the lady Deadpool down here had My Little Pony ears or something, but it's the swords I know behind her, and I think it was because I've seen the My Little Pony off to the back. And I'm not sure what's flying right here next to Deadpool. I'm not going to say what I think it is because it might be inappropriate.
I thought it was like an exploded arm, but I could be wrong. It could also be what you're thinking. So I'm not too sure.
So check out Raven Eye Studios 21. Amazing stuff from him. He's been doing a lot of DIY step-by-step pictures with his dios that he's making as well. So be sure to check him out, everybody. And then we got Clintastic 4, another alumnus from the Luck of the Draw 1, who had the same theme as you with Beginner's Luck.
That's why I knew he was in our Tuscan group, so I was like, you know what, I'm going to throw it out there too, because maybe he could give me a little pointer as well, not like take anything off of him, like an idea, but if I could get a hint, like, oh, it's okay, so maybe I could make my brain work into, an idea. But I love this shot. It's so creative. Everything from Clint, man. I love these.
Hands down. And he's one of those guys that even if you straight up asked him, what are you going to do for your fame so that I can do the same exact thing? He'd tell you. And he'd tell you exactly how. He'd even give you pointers on how to do it. Like, he's just one of the most genuinely nice, supportive guys in this community.
Definitely.
The Rowdy brother, Clintastic 4. And he's got in this shot, he's got the Buzz Lightyear movie, like grapnel guns. Well, I mean, it's a drill, I think, in the movie, but he's got the laser deal in the back here, and then the robot from the Buzz Lightyear movie, and it goes perfectly. He's got the tile look to the background here with so like you could tell that she's in the danger room, training on her beginner, first day, beginner's luck. She's not getting killed by the lasers in the danger.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I mean, Shadow Cat would definitely be the best one to own a first day and not get touched in that room.
Absolutely, and all by skill, not by luck.
Nope. Oh yeah. Maybe a little both,
Yeah. And we got Across the Toy Multiverse with Lady Luck. I love this shot. The simplicity of it outdoor. I don't know what this flower tree is, but it's amazing, and it fits so perfectly with this poison ivy. The colors are just spot on with everything. This is a great shot. For Lady Luck was his thing.
Yeah, any outdoors. I love a good outdoor shot. I haven't been able to lately. The weather been kind of hit or miss around here, so you're in this hemisphere.
It's been a miserable winter.
Yeah, it's been all over.
HT Yellow Jacket with Luck of the Devil, and he's got the Krampus figure here. I love the hands behind, like as if they're trying to pull him down, but then the damned Care Bear is like chef's kiss, the topping of this, and the fact that the Care Bear is winking, even like, oh man, this was perfect.
It's like I just saved the devil. Yeah, that's right. A little wink.
What's funny is I was talking to Toy Addict about the luck of the draw before I announced it, and he's like, I don't care what my theme is, you could even be Care Bears. And I was like, don't tempt me, I could come up with a theme for Care Bears. And now I bet as soon as he saw HT Yellow Jackets, he was like, God damn, I'm glad I didn't get Care Bears, because Yellow Jacket knocked it out of the park.
Yeah, this was amazing. Oh, excuse me.
And then we got Do-Backed, and this was a very simple shot that just hit all the marks for Lucky Charm was his theme. And I think he did this as well for part of the something with Sir Dork without using figures, but this is the Mandalorian card game, I believe. Some sort of Star Wars card game.
The dice are Han Solo's from the Falcon. They're always hanging from his dash. Like the little, almost like not a rear view, but like if there was one. So I'm thinking this is from Solo. I know
I don't know what these cards are, but they're cool.
I'm pretty sure this is the game he beat Lando in for the Falcon.
Oh, you're right.
I'm pretty sure.
I was thrown off because I thought this little robot, I thought this was the BB-8 robot thing, but it actually looks like some sort of bird. I think you're 100% right, son of a bitch. I missed my mark on that. This is a great shot.
I've only ever seen that Solo movie once, but I know the lore enough, that I'm like, that's got to be it.
Yeah. So this is a great shot from Do-Back. Very simplistic. I love these simple shots that don't feature figures, but they're still like a figure shot in some way. I love this sort of stuff.
Yeah, the accessories, yeah. Very cool.
Yeah. Then First Strike Figs with one of my favorite shots that was more, the theme was more story driven than off of a trope or off of like something that you would see in a movie for like a cliche for the theme. So his theme was happy go lucky. Uh, yeah, happy go lucky, and just the way that he did this with Toad, just looking as happy. You know, he's in his element. It's raining. It's got his little swamp log here and his moss and the ferns. Like this was a great story-driven shot.
Yeah, like you said, he's out in his element. He's not getting yelled at by Magneto, ordered
He's not
around.
getting his
You
ass
know,
whooped by somebody.
yeah, a lot of the X-Men are kicking his ass. He's like, I'm just out here chilling. This is it. That's all the Toad needs.
Yeah,
His
this is a
swamp.
great shot. Some of my most favorite ones. I mean, I loved every single shot, but I loved the ones that they, people took the idea, the theme, and ran with it as a story rather than, based off of a trope. But even some of the ones that were kind of more based off of tropes, like there's a story behind it, and I was very happy to see all of these entries this year. We got Cushy Mama here. These hoes are always after me, Lucky Charms.
Oh man,
I just love the underwear wearing Deadpool.
yeah, her sense of humor is just bar none one of the best. Like to come up with something that this is classic. I love it. And again, Deadpool, he makes me happy.
And that smiley face with the underwear breeches, and I mean, it looks like. So I know the one's Rogue, one's it looks like Dazzler. I'm, I'm not sure who the one is off to the left here.
Yeah,
But
the purple hand.
they're all trying to get his Lucky Charms. Oh yeah, that is purple, isn't it? I bet you it's that the one from the Villains Wave, the little shark guy.
Oh, with Jeff. She comes with Jeff the shark. Yeah.
Yeah. Great shot from Cushy Mama, and I mentioned her in the beginning of the show. I think she's actually doing her show tonight with Raven's Eye Studios. So be sure
Oh,
to check out the
awesome.
collector sector on YouTube.
No doubt.
And this one, Copper State Bricks, absolutely one of my most favorite shots. I'm telling you what, I am glad that it didn't come down to me needing to make a decision on the luck of the draw, like a tiebreaker. I'm glad that it kind of worked out the way it did because, break a little fourth wall here. It came down to Collectiblesnat and Copper State Bricks. It was a dead heat. This is another one of those shots that is, so it's not a trope. So his theme was dumb luck, and he didn't go with the trope. He gave a story that included dumb luck as like the overall theme of it. So
Mm-hmm.
his caption is, love isn't about grand gestures or the moon and the stars. It's dumb luck. You just meet someone who feels the same way. So I am also just a boy standing in front of a boy asking him to love. And like the story behind that, it was just like nailed it. Nailed it. Nailed it. Nailed it. Fantastic shot from Copper State.
Definitely, yeah. I love the Lego shots. It's definitely really
Yeah.
well done.
And also, while we're at it, Copper State Bricks was just he was on the Masters class 2 weeks ago for Lego shots, along with Eddie and his Fast Eddie's Nerdery for Lego shots. Be sure to check that out on the_UC_collabs. Click the link in the bio. There's a whole interview with those two guys on the Lego shots. Oh shit! Just closed the whole damn thing. Knew that was bound to happen. Oh. Right back at it. Mikey V Town or Mikey_TV_707-806. One half of the judges, hosts of the Hoodcast AF podcast. His is also surprisingly a amazing storytelling shot because it's not really his style to do something that's storytelling. So his theme was tough luck, and he was destined to wear the cowl. Bruce always had to do it alone. This is another great shot that was storytelling rather than trope related.
Yeah, the storytelling. I usually love those in a photo instead of just there's a figure and I try to tell some stories, but this one tells it all. I love this.
So if you guys are not familiar, go over to the Hoodcast AF, or not. Well, he's part of Hoodcast AF, but go to Mikey V Town and tell him that first of all, tell him fuck you and tell him Unworthy Collector said that. But also, make sure you tell him that he needs to stop leaning so hard into his little uh, edgy. Oh, I'm so cool and edgy, because he does some awesome storytelling photography also. But also, don't forget to tell him fuck you. And that's all a joke. Mikey V Town's a good friend of mine. So then the next we got alien.toy.photography with Dumb Luck. And nothing looks more dumb luck than this Harley Quinn figure for starters. But I love how he's got her laying in the clover, the hammer next to her. Just this is a great shot that is, you could tell there was no fuss. There wasn't a whole lot of editing necessary. Like, this was beautifully done. Got to feel the clover in his house or near his house, apparently. And he must live in a
Yeah,
lot nicer weather to have this sort of green this time of year.
yeah, he's either more south because I wouldn't have any cool clover patches around right now. So very fitting. He found that, and yeah, she's just super laid back. Such a cool shot.
Yeah, and this is another one that was very story driven. It says, if it wasn't for being pretty and my crazy dumb luck, I wouldn't have any luck at all. I think that's why it's called Pretty Dumb Luck.
Yep.
Oh, damn it. And we got EC_toy picks.
Love
His
this.
theme. Oh, yes. Yes, because you're a big Dungeons and Dragons guy as well.
Very D&D forward stuff, especially all these new collected figures they're putting out. I got to get them all.
Yes. So his was a streak of luck. And is Hank a continuing character, or is
In
this
the in the
current
and
history?
it's the Hanks from the animated series. They did back like early '80s, I think. I'm pretty sure. Can't remember when it
Okay.
actually came out, but yeah, it's a group of teens. They take a ride on a Dungeons and Dragons theme ride, and they get sucked into the Forgotten Realm. And
Yeah,
Hank is the
and
archer.
I don't know what he used. Um, are these little glowy brick things? Are they part of the game, or are they something that comes with the figure?
No, they that's something he found on his own.
Man, that's cool
If
looking.
anything, they look like you could go to any pet store and get aquarium gravel,
Oh yeah,
and
yeah.
they have like the gemstone type gravel, and that's pretty much what I used. I have a lot of aquariums too. That's another hobby of mine. So
Yes, yes. You're
like
a
I've always
fish
noticed.
collector.
Oh yeah, and I always noticed that the core for fish tanks works perfectly in action figure photography. I think Green Geek was the one that was he bought something, and I was like, you know what? I got totes full of old aquarium stuff. Like, I'm gonna go upstairs right now.
Genius.
But I love that light within the chest, like
Yeah, yeah.
glowing up on them. And I did a link shot like that way back. Oh, that's an earlier shot I did. But yeah, with the light coming up, just that's a beautiful, and you can see the dungeon wall back there. It's just so
Yeah,
done.
that's what I wanted to mention. That is EC_toy picks. He's very, very, very detail oriented with
Mm-hmm.
what's going on, not just in his shot, but what's going on behind his shot. Like, he wants it all to look 100% believable, like it's something that's happening. Like, and a lot of like his not movie maniacs, Toonie Terror shots. Like, he goes that extra mile for his shots with making sure the background fits not only the look of the aesthetic of the character, but also fits with what scene he's shooting. So this
Yeah,
background here with the stone wall, the little skeleton in the back, like, he went there. Like, he did a great shot. What you're looking at is the main focus, but then everything that's happening behind this character and behind this story it's also 100% in place. Like there's nothing out of place here.
Yeah, that's definitely an amazing shot, man. You definitely dig that one.
Yeah, so shout out to EC_toy pigs. Fantastic shot. And then we got Toy Addict 17. We can just skip his. No, I'm just kidding.
No, that's amazing. I love this Constantine figure. Everyone who has this
Yeah.
has been doing amazing stuff with it. Like, I don't think I've seen a bad photo with this guy in it.
And what I really loved about this is it's another storytelling one. Like, yeah, as you're scrolling through, if you're one of those people that just scrolls through and doesn't look at the caption, this is a badass picture. But if you're scrolling through and you see this and then you read the caption, it's like, oh yeah, this is exactly the scene, where the devil comes to collect Constantine himself. And he nailed the story perfectly. I would have used something a little bit more devilish as far as the devil is concerned for him, but that's
if anything, that's who I feel like that's who sent that guy, that's who sent that guy. So I feel like, that's very the devil, so. And yeah, Toy Addict, I mean, that's a guy getting featured by NECA itself,
all the time.
So
all the time he's like NECA's go-to guy now, I think.
I do. His shots are amazing and well deserved.
To get on here. He's a little too famous to get on here now. He's always on NECA. And then we got Blitz_figs with another great Deadpool shot, throwing the money in the air because he's had a stroke of luck. He just won all this money. This is the MCU Deadpool, which I think was a way better choice than one of the comic ones because this background is kind of hyper realistic. His Dio here is a little bit more
very realistic.
Where the comic book Deadpool might look a little bit out of place on this, so he chose the Deadpool. It's got more of the muted colors from the MCU, or not the MCU, but like the cinematic version. So, and this was the first shot that got entered from Luck of the Draw this year. So
yeah, that was super cool that he had that idea. Like, as soon as he had his theme, he already knew. He was like, "Boom, I got it!" Like, and he nailed it.
He was on the live when I was drawing the themes, and as soon as he got on, he was like, "What's my theme?" And I told him, he's like, "Already got a great idea." And I am missing.
Yeah, he killed that one.
Some that is missing from this. Let's see how we didn't even find the winning shot wasn't even in that selection. What's going on? We missed a few. Scroll back down through here. Right here's another one. Skeleton Collectibles with lucky number 7.
I love
this is another cool Mezco shot. Yeah. I love the martini glass because it's like James Bond number 7.
Very, very Bond. I was wondering, this big roulette wheel, is that the box? Did he make that? Because that's just super cool.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I gotta say this has got to be something that he made because I know that this character came with like a suit look, but it's got the roach head on the middle of the wheel. I think this is something he made. I could be wrong because I don't collect Mezco, so feel free to correct me if in the comments if you do know. But Skeleton Collectibles, he absolutely nailed this shot, and I love how his martini even looks like it's something dirty and nasty that this roach figure would be drinking, like garbage water.
I love it. Yeah, old garbage water under the fridge.
Yeah.
Shaken, not stirred.
Yeah, don't you dare shake it. And let's see, we got another one here from Figure Fight. And this is another great one that was storytelling. And this was Rotten Luck was his theme. And it's the story of Ghost Rider making the deal to save his dad just to have his dad die. and I thought he nailed this one. This is a great storytelling one as well.
Definitely.
And I feel like he did a Bill Hood custom here, because this looks like the Bill Hood body, just in different colors. And great job. If that's a custom paint, or maybe it's a figure that I just don't know.
It kind of resembles the Stan Lee because they have almost the same gear, just different colors.
Mm.
But yeah,
Yeah,
it's
I don't
definitely
have-
like
you're
a
right.
kit bash with that and cap. I love a good kit bash.
Yes. And let's see, right here's another one from JPS _ FigPix11. And this is a great shot. His theme was, I think his theme was Get Lucky. Stroke of Luck. How does it feel to have your fate come down to a stroke of luck? And this was, honestly, this was the first shot that I seen using these new McFarlane Dark Knight trilogy figures. I was like, damn, how did he get these so fast? I was like astounded by that. But also, he's another one that he did the contest last year. And to see how much his style and, his artwork has evolved over the year, it's really cool to be able to sit in the back, like myself, sit in the back and like see all you fantastic artists just continue to put out all this great stuff. And it's like, man, thank God I'm not in this contest. I'd have got my ass whooped in this contest.
Hey man, I'd say you're definitely among the list of you see that growth. We've all advanced in what we do, and I love it.
And we got Thor 2012 here with his long shot. This was from his luck of the draw. His theme was tough luck, and if anybody knows a thing or two about having tough luck, it's long shot.
Definitely. Yeah, that guy has seen his fair share.
I mean, dating a chick with 6 arms has got to be fucking hard. Like,
That's actually she's actually the shot I'm working on tonight.
oh yeah. Mm-hmm. I love that figure. I did one shot and I have not even posted it yet. That's a great figure. That spiral figure. I think we got them all except for the most important, the winner, the undisputed, hands down, lucky champion, Collectiblesnat. The theme was beginner's luck. And you kind of already said how you went about getting to this idea, by chatting with the fellas in the community and in the chats. But tell us, give us an idea of what went into this. And then I want to tell you about my most favorite Easter eggs of all of this.
So I knew I wanted... Well, Deadpool was the suggestion, like, oh man, have Deadpool, like, he just won a hand at poker and he's just not really good at it, saying something like Yahtzee. I think he even said, like, say, like, Yahtzee,
Yeah.
And so I knew I wanted X-Men. I knew Gambit, of course. Who else but Gambit would be playing cards that night? Wolvie, especially. And Morph, because I feel bad. I got this awesome Morph figure and have yet to barely use him. So I was like, he's got to go in. And I wanted also kind of storytelling. Like, who would have brought Deadpool? I don't think Logan would have brought him. It would have been Colossus.
He showed up.
He felt bad.
He just showed up.
Or he did just show up. But I even think, like, maybe Colossus. He's a nice guy. I feel bad for Wade. Nobody ever invites Wade to anything. So I figured, why not? He has no friends. So I figured, why not invite him?
Yeah. In the motherland, we invite the asshole to play cards.
Yeah, and I finally had decent prop stuff. Last year I did a poker table scene with the Daredevil. I actually photoshopped a lot of that stuff onto that table last year.
Really?
Oh yeah, the poker chips. I think even a couple beer mugs and some cards.
Nope.
I don't think I think I did have the cards at the time. I did. So this year I had like the stacks of money and the beer. I'm like constantly looking. I'm always at Michael's. If no one's ever been to a Michael's or like even Hobby Lobby, just go. Especially in this, like if you're doing fig photography, just go. The ideas will start popping.
Now, are these
But,
the beer glasses that you've got here? Are they? Did you digitally add in the beer in them? Because they all
no,
they
no,
look
they
different color, but then they look more realistic than any beer glasses that I've seen.
no, they're little ones I found on Amazon. They got the beer and the little foam in them, and they just look legit. And I was like, man, I've never even you can't even find that stuff out of Michael's, like beer glasses. I feel like they don't sell like alcohol related stuff in their crafts. You know what I mean?
And the more I
So
look at
yeah,
this,
I
the
mean,
more I just keep on laughing. Like Colossus has got this. Wait, you tell me you wouldn't act like this?
yeah. Why are you acting a fool? Like, and you knew
Wait, why you do this?
you knew Gambit and Wolvie would be a little pissed. Morph is just like, I'm just gonna drink, and he threw his cards down already. He's like, nah.
Fuck this. I gotta tell you, my most favorite thing. There's two things about this shot that I love the shot in its entirety. I love everything about it. There's two things though that make me love this shot more than just the shot itself. And it's the caption that they're playing poker, but he says Yahtzee.
Yep.
That was just a home run in my book. But the second thing I think that just is that little extra touch that means so much is Gambit has got his card charged because he is about to just fucking blast Deadpool right off of this table. Like he has already had enough of his shit.
Like he knew he had a good hand, but to get that royal flush, he's even like, what the hell, man?
Oh, mon cher, you fucking cheat.
I think my favorite part of that was probably the neons I did because no, they're not actually there. But if you looked at it, you would say, "Oh crap, those neons might be there."
I thought you had the number one or last year's shot on here.
Oh, it's probably way down there. Yeah. Oh, it was at the top of my my list before, and I unpinned it after a while.
Yes, because I just wanted to go back and look at that, and because you said I didn't ever notice that you digitally added stuff in there until you just said that. I would have never noticed.
I
It's
still
a
wonder
whole
why it
year.
takes so long to flip through. Like even mine takes forever to load when I want to go see some of my older stuff. I'm like, why does it take so long?
Yeah.
Instagram, man. Jeez.
You'd think it would just automatically load. I've got pretty shitty internet though. Like
Even like
everybody
I
else in
can't
my
be
house has
like,
to disconnect when I'm doing this show just so I kinda don't get
so,
caught.
so you can go there. Yeah, even with
I'll try
decent
to keep
internet,
it
I
an
still
hour,
get.
kids, but listen, you just watch some old DVDs. You don't need to watch Bluey right now.
Nah, yeah.
By the way, all amazing shots as we're scrolling through here super fast. One of these days, we're definitely going to have you on here where we can go into a more in-depth dive into a lot more of your pictures.
Seeing
Than
a
I'm
lot of
scrolling
stuff that I
through.
even forgot I did. I'm like,
Oh, this is.
man.
Well, I just got to make one stop right here.
I love.
This is hands down one of my most favorite shots.
Again, talking about the hood, you can throw him in any situation. Danger, excitement,
Yeah. And
whatever.
this shows off your penchant for outdoor shots. Like you're hands down one of the best at taking outdoor shots, in my opinion.
I appreciate that.
So
Yeah, I
feel
wish I could
free
get a good one in,
if you ever decide to make prints, I would love a print of that one for my for my studio.
yeah, there's a
As
couple
I'm
that
building
even
this.
I wouldn't mind. I'm like, man, I wish I had that on my wall. I'm like, even like a whole bunch of other people's art. I'm like, damn, I should like just ask them like, hey man, Care if I print that? I'll print you
I
one.
actually have. I have a print that I got framed from the Unhuman. I made the same joke. Well, not a joke, but I said it to him. I was like, "Hey, if you ever get this made into prints, I'll take one." And then next thing I know, he had a print showing up at my house all the way from
That
Canada. So
that's
uh,
awesome, man. He's the man.
I got it. I got it framed. I just I'm still working on my studio, so like I don't. It's not in this setup because this isn't going to be my permanent setup.
Yeah.
Yes, I'll absolutely Unhuman, great guy. Be sure to check him out. He did not participate this year in the contest, but he did last year. This year he was. Oh, never mind. Forget I was.
It's coming up because now I know what my style. That style. I see that old Dio I made with the
I was gonna
with the
say we
blue
got to be
paper.
getting close. Oh yeah, this is another one that I was absolutely gaga over when you posted it. I loved it. Oh, look
I
at that! I
think
didn't even.
that was with the non-artistic. I'm pretty sure.
I say I was gaga over it, and it doesn't even look like I liked it. What an asshole I am, eh?
Yeah. There it is, right above Finster.
There you go.
Good old Finster.
Yes, here we go.
So there's like even a little behind the scenes. Like if you, I think to like drop my TikTok, but there's a BTS of this on there. I should post it on my Instagram, but you look at it and it's literally just that brick paper, the props around them really, but none of that other stuff is really even there. Like
The
the couple
window up
bottles,
there.
the window behind them, the window above them, the posters on the wall.
No shit.
I'll just spoil everything for everyone. The poker chips, basically, even that little stack of them back there, like that's not, you know. I
Wow.
still have yet to find decent little poker chips, and I'd probably have to make them. That's about. I don't think they make a little. They might make dollhouse versions. Who knows?
You know what you could probably do? Is I bet like those drink straws, like the stuff that the little straws that you would get, the stir straws
Oh,
at
well, yeah, little
like
stirs.
Dunkin' or whatever.
Mhm.
Like, cause they have the white and gray or white and red stripes. So like if you stuck a stick in the middle of it, and
Just
then
cut it
just like
down.
made a little circle around them to make them like the kind of the stacks. I bet that diameter of the straw would actually be about perfect size for a fake stack of chips.
Even like a real thin dowel rod, you know, and just
Yeah,
like
yeah.
etch little like lines so it looked like a stack of chips. I'm sure my come up with something. But I'm just glad I got to use the poker table again in this new shot this year. Like I hate making stuff and then never using it again. You know, it's just
Yeah.
so it's
I
really
mean,
cool like to be able to do that again.
I can't really say too much about making stuff and then never using it again because
Oh,
I made this Aquaman throne for
that
a
looks
shot,
awesome.
and then I'll probably never use it again. I don't know why I still have it in here with my action figures because I don't think I'll ever use it again.
I
I mean,
mean,
what am
if
I
you
going to do?
had,
Shoot Aquaman on the throne each time I use him?
I mean, even if like it's just a cool looking throne. Like you could throw any villain on it, and people would just see it as that villain on a cool throne. You know,
Yeah, I
yeah,
mean, it is.
even Draken would look cool on that. You know, it's not the Zed throne, but Draken would look cool on that.
I did it. I did it in like an afternoon. I had these gray blocks here. They were from. I had made like concrete dividers for a GI Joe shot. And I was
Okay,
like, I'll never use these again. And then I was like, I got to do something cool with Aquaman for the green, black, white, and green shots for Toy Addicts thing. I was like, oh, make him a throne. And then I just had him kind of propped up on one of these blocks. And I was like, that's it. I'm going to make a throne out of those. So now I don't have my dividers, but I made a cool throne that I'll probably never use.
say I'm sure you can find another use for it. It's definitely cool looking. That's the one thing I'm lacking is I bought like that little skull throne off of Amazon. You ever seen that one?
Mhm.
I don't know if it's not 3D printer or anything, but I only use that in 1 or 2 Elvira shots, I think. So that's another thing. It's like I bought that, used it once. So I hate doing that with figures too, but it seems to be my collector side. It's like you're gonna get it anyway.
I think I think that my collecting has gotten to the point where like I'm lucky if I use them even for one shot. Like
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I'm buying so
Same.
much these days, and I'm actually getting a lot like gifted or given to me. Like it's like I got to make time to shoot those ones.
Yeah.
So like I'm not shooting the ones that I buy. Like I've got a whole stack of figures behind me on this bottom shelf that I haven't even opened yet that I bought, and it's like I'm sure my wife is probably thinking, "Why are you still buying them if you're not opening them?" Because I'm going to open them someday.
One day.
And that's actually a good segue. I want to introduce a new segment of my show. I didn't bring this up to you before because I wanted you to come into this blind.
Oh snap!
But
I like it.
it involves my wife, and
Oh geez.
this is a little segment that I want to call Ms Worthy. So what I did was I went through our fantastic guest Collectiblesnat. I went through his page and I found a action figure shot that I loved that I wanted to have him try to guess what shot it was by the explanations that my wife, who is not a photographer or an action figure collector, I had her give 3 clues about this shot.
Okay.
And I'm going to give you the clues verbatim that she gave me and see if you can guess which of your shots she is talking about. And if you can get it in one shot or one of her clues, you win something. I don't know. You'll win extra. I'll send you extra stickers or something. I don't know. If you don't
That's
guess
funny.
it after 3, she wins. I don't know. I'll give her some stickers or something. I don't because I was like, I don't know if you know who this figure is. I was lying. I knew she didn't know who this figure was. I was like, if you know who this character is or this figure is, you can't say the name. You just have to give it your explanation as if you're looking at this thing for the very first time.
Yeah.
So are you ready to play Ms Worthy?
I'm ready, man. This is fun. I dig this.
All right. First clue is Hawk guy without his bow and arrow, and he's wearing a gas mask.
I'm gonna assume that is my. I did 2 shots with that Spawn figure. Soul Crusher.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it's a Soul Crusher shot, but it's got to be the one dark in the alleyway. I think it's like a red alleyway. I set up some extreme sets. I'm thinking that's it.
Yes. Let me tell you, you got it on the first shot.
That's it. I would say I think I did another shot with him way back, but that was more computer edited back when I had like barely any Dio stuff, and now it's like I could just open a drawer next to my little station and just, what do I need? Trash can, garbage, yeah, I love that.
I was pretty sure with the way that she worded that one as with the gas mask, I was like, he's going to be able to get that on the first shot. But not a bad first shot, first attempt at this challenge. So her other clues, in case you hadn't figured it out, her next clue was AR-15 ? I don't know, some type of gun that shoots really fast bullets, but it's also a knife.
That is that gun to a T.
And then she says, for the third one was wearing 2 garter belts. It's like that should have been your first one.
Yeah, he's strapped up. That's fun. That was fun.
Yes. So you'll get some extra stickers. I got a whole stack of stickers. I'll just throw some extra stickers in. And
Appreciate that.
so for your luck of the draw win, you're getting a T-shirt bundle. You're getting a random action figure. You're getting some cool luck of the draw playing cards that I designed, and some
Awesome.
extra stickers now because my wife isn't that good at making some vague descriptions of action figures.
Bad descriptions. Tell her you got to make some really, really bad descriptions.
You got to be
Very
very
vague.
vague.
Very vague.
Oh shit! She tried. She tried.
Oh yeah.
All right, so Matt, I gotta tell you, it's been a real honor, been a real pleasure having you on. Love to get a chance. This is the first chance that we've actually had to kind of be face to face and talk.
Yeah,
Even though we've known each other for a while now.
a whole year running, man.
Yeah.
Whole year running.
So it's awesome to be able to finally get you on my show, but also to be able to have this little face to face interaction with you. Very
Definitely,
happy
man,
for
definitely.
that. Congratulations. Big congratulations on the luck of the draw win. And stay tuned because next year I'm wanting to try to maybe do a team event with the two winners of the previous two as team captains.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Being as you guys are veterans at winning, so you can coach a team on how to win. Maybe, or it might be just another one kind of like this here where it's free for all, drawing themes. But either way, always glad to have you participate in the collabs and the contests and the giveaways, and it's also a great pleasure to be able to finally talk to you.
Heck yeah, man. It was definitely fun, dude. I'm finally glad I got to show up and, we could shoot the breeze like this, man. This is fun.
Yes, absolutely. So I try to focus on talking about the action figure photography as like the main focus, but I get sidetracked like a mother. And I will go off on tangents. If you haven't watched the second or third episode or whatever episode number it was of UnworthyAF where I had the Clintastic and Toy Addict on, man, I just will run my mouth unchecked if you let me. So,
Hey, I don't
and it's
mind,
not
man.
always
I don't
about
mind
action
chatting.
figures.
Hey, yes, I don't ever mind chatting it up, man.
So check out Collectiblesnat on Instagram. You got anything that you want to plug or any accounts that you want to shout out?
I guess, yeah, everyone in the Tuscan, basically, 88 Figs, Toy Addict, Clint, Green,
Yeah.
Blitz, Thor,
Yeah,
the Unworthy.
check them all out.
Check them all
Well,
out.
no, not
I
me.
hope I'm not. No, yeah, that's about it. I don't really have nothing going on, but just the usual. Keep on keeping on.
Now, I know that you are constantly doing the session tags. That was kind of a topic that we talked about on the last episode. Do you prefer to do the session tags only, or or is that kind of like a chore to you?
Especially staying up a little later than I need to, be up in bed, waiting for the tags to drop, and then the second they do, I post, and then I'm out,
Right out.
I'm out cold sometimes. So, yeah, it's a little tedious. It would be easier maybe just wait till the morning. I mean, tags are not, I think Instagram, the push is not there as much as it was, the algorithm is fucked. Basically,
Yeah.
So the tags help, but they don't, so it's all in your,
I think
how you feel to use them. Basically, it's all on how you want to do it.
I think that's the algorithm being so fucky is a great reason for everybody in the community to be banding together, kind of like the Tuscan group is the Hood Cast group. Everybody kind of bands together as long as we work together, promote each other, share each other's stuff, and bow down to King Collectiblesnat for the luck of the draw. I mean, I think that's what you need to do to counteract the algorithm being all fucky.
Maybe it might. I don't know. I have no idea what the hell Instagram's doing. I just, just gotta keep doing your thing. That's all.
Yes, that's absolutely right. So be sure to check out Collectiblesnat. Thank you again so much for being on, brother.
Yeah, man,
Great pleasure having you on. I was glad to get your input on some things and to talk about the luck of the draw contest. And once again, congratulations to you.
Heck yeah, man. Thank you. It was fucking fun as hell, dude.
Yes, absolutely. We'll have you on again soon.
Definitely, man. Definitely. Can't wait.
All right, brother. We'll talk to you.
Peace out, man. Have a good night.
Peace. You too. So that was our guest, Collectiblesnat, the undisputed champion of Luck of the Draw 2. So be sure to go check him out. That's Collectiblesnat on Instagram. And once again, I just want to shout out to the Hoodcast AF show. Patreon, go over there, check them out on Patreon. Be sure to check out every Wednesday. I think he does it every Wednesday. Cobra Dad, old dildo dad there. He does the weekly habit. Be sure to check that out. Be sure to check out Tex AF, Slime Wreck Radio, all that shit that you can check out on the Hoodcast AF Patreon. Be sure to check out Toy Talk every Monday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm not sure who their guest is this week, but they do have a guest coming up. I asked Toy Addict, so don't be blaming me that I don't know. I asked Toy Addict, and he's a host on there. He didn't know either. Well, he did. He just was too busy to talk. Also, check out this Wednesday on Pick Bar. We have Jedi Jack and Realm of Toys. This Sunday on the Lazy Boys, we got Vico San 26. Also, be sure to go check out Vico Sans 26. Him and I just did a collab. It was awesome. Superboy. Be sure to go check that out. And Toy Mercs, also, I wanted to shout them out. They have a collab going on this week, and it is How It's Going Mercs. And I think this is a great idea. I'm telling you what, Dead Man Juan is brilliant. I see some of his ideas, some of his collab ideas that he pops up, and I think to myself, son of a bitch, I wish I had thought of that before he had thought of that. So the Toy Mercs, How It's Going Mercs, it's where we started and where we're at now. So it's like kind of like a side-by-side comparison of, whether you want to do a recreation shot, I'm imagining, like take one of your original shots and recreate it with your skills now. So like where you started and where you're at. But be sure to go check that out. Also, check out the collector sector with Cushy Mama on her Instagram and her YouTube channel, Collector Sector. Hoodcast AF is doing the No Holds Barred giveaway contest. Be sure to check them out. And go over there to 88 Figs Instagram page and go over to his YouTube, the Flavored Trash, and check out the newest episode of Toy Things with my good buddies, the Toy Daddies. Yimbo reviews everything, No Chewing, and Toy Father. And, shout out to Toy Father and No Chewing, especially. Those guys are constantly showing love to the Unworthy AF. So without, those kind of guys constantly promoting my stuff, I wouldn't get the 5 views that I get on here. There probably may be more, but I don't pay attention well enough. But I do know that I pay attention enough to know that I appreciate the shit out of No Chewing and Toy Father and Toy Addict and Cox Create and Blitzfigs and Green Geek and Thor. Love all of you guys. And Clintastic, you're pretty cool too. Who am I missing? Yeah, I think I got it all, guys. And my mic was on this whole time. The whole damn time my microphone was on. Improvements, baby. Improvements. And yeah, I think with that, I think I got it all, man. Oh yeah, Skeleton's Tomb. Be sure to check that out every Tuesday on Instagram Live. And now I think I've got it all. I think I got it all, guys. Unboxing art, state of the art with unboxing art and Cox Create every Wednesday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Toy Daddies on the TPC YouTube every Wednesday, 9 p.m.